Hello everyone, my name is Miguel and I'm going to be talking today about communism. Initially, communism's goal was to reach the common good for everyone. It was a good ideology that they were trying to reach all good for everyone on a specific country. I'm going to be talking about 3 points. First point is going to be the meaning of communism. Second point is going to be a brief history of communism, and the third point and the last one is going to be about brief history of communism. First, according to the Merriam Dictionary, communism is a system in which all goods are owned in common. For example, if I own one portion of land, you own the same portion of land. For example, if you have 1 pound of land or rice, I have 1 pound of rice. Secondly, also, if it's needed, it's available all the time. And then also, it eliminates private property. Communism was developed from the theories of Karl Marx, which are communism is an algorithm of socialism, and typically a communist state is led by a communist party. In history, according to the CS in Stanford, communism was a system, a political system, economic and philosophy, created and founded by Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels, which are these two guys over here. They were both from Germany. They published and they wrote and published the Communist Manifesto in 1948. It all started in Russia. It was developed in Russia. Communism was developed in Russia at the beginning. Then, after that, it became so popular, so dominant across Asia, across Africa, all Africa, South America, and Eastern Europe. Also, the impact that communism does to its society, it's very relevant. Countries that are led by a communist state, they cannot decide who's gonna be the candidate for their party, or they're not even can elect in their own leadership. They're all totalitarian. They always stay on the communist party. It always stay on the government. They also have laws against opposing the leadership that it's on the power. Like, for example, if I want to create like a different political party, they have laws for not to oppose, for not to be against the system. So you can be behind bars for opposing that totalitarian system. Also, there's still countries on this 21st century that are officially communist state, which are China, Laos, Vietnam, and North Korea. These are the two officially communist states. There are other states that have some kind of evidence that they might be communist, but they are not. Which includes Venezuela, like Russia. Russia is not called communist anymore. They are called like more like socialists. But it all depends on what the practice is, but mainly they're not convinced that there is communist states anymore, like Russia or Venezuela or other states too. Also, even though communism was made for these two guys for a good reason, because the beginning of the reason it was to reach the common good for everyone, not to oppress the people, not to just have one kind of government, but to have equality in their countries, but to have to get rid of classes or system classes that are now in democracy. There are classes, middle class. There were no middle class, no high class, nothing of that. These two guys were trying to reach those points. Initially, it was a good system to reach, especially for the poor people that didn't have anything, like they didn't have not even a land. When this system started functioning, they start having some, But then through all the years, it became a little bit different on what it starts to do, So even though all those good things became very solid on that time, if you look around in this 21st century, totalitarian ways of the communist states are being different, like oppressing the people, like be against have different governments on the states. Another good example that I can give you is like Cuba. In Cuba, they give food instead money. When you go to work, you don't get any kind of money. You only get food. You can even get like four eggs, like a week. Not even daily. Like 4 eggs, like 1 pound of rice, 1 pound of beans. That's most like a good example I can give you that's close to America, which is gonna be Cuba. But yeah, do you guys have any question on this system? Also, the Communist Manifesto is it was like a pamphlet where they put all the information. You can even go online and find what it is. Read it like one time to see all the ideologies that were there. But yeah, that's gonna be about it.
Thank you.
Thank you.